starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Bargnani is out there with Thomas Robinson. Then it's Donald Sloan. Then it's Johnson. And it's Jack in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Lopez, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Chicago also making some changes. Dunleavy comes in for Mirotic, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Brooks. And a wide open look for Noah. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg shooting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Bargnani. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And it's Johnson penetrating. Here's Lopez. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Nets leading by 4. Outside Jack. Lopez left side. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Noah. The Bulls have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The baseline J. Dunleavy's shot is off.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Bulls trail by 4. Butler. Jack with the rebound. Joe Johnson on the wing. The 3. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got his 4th assist in this one. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Sloan shot is off. Bulls trail by 5. Outside Gibson. Noah kicks to Butler. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
And Jack, here we go.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. He's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Derrick Rose.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Gibson, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. Ellington comes in for Jarrett Jack. And the Bulls making a change also. Gasol's checked in. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the pick. Back to Lopez. The shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
The Bulls have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And here is Ellington. Lopez, a screen on Gasol. Sloan dishes to Lopez. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
There's the pick. Ellington the pass to Lopez. Misfires after coming off the pick.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Right wing. On its way from Rose for 2. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Sloan. He's covered by Rose. Sloan, that's good. Sloan's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Gibson against Young. And Gibson kicks to Rose. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And we're through the first half of basketball.